God's chosen ones. Strange body signs, you're in final awakening stage. You keep waking up tired, but you didn't move all night. Your chest burns like fire, but no fever touches your skin. Your hands tingle. Your spine jumps. Your breath skips, and no doctor can explain it. But I will, because what your body has been feeling is not a glitch. It's not stress, it's awakening. This isn't just your body reacting, it's your spirit activating. So if your muscles ache without reason, if your hands buzz in stillness, if your chest tightens when the room goes quiet, you are not broken. You are being fine-tuned by heaven. Your body is not failing, it's preparing. And if even one of these signs feels familiar, you already know you were chosen. Type 777. If your soul has been waiting for someone to say it out loud, you've been feeling off, not sick, not broken, just different, and no one around you understands. You wake up exhausted like you ran a marathon in your sleep. Your shoulders feel like they're holding stories you never lived. You walk into a room and your chest tightens before a word is even spoken. And the worst part, they tell you, it's in your head. They say you're sensitive, dramatic, maybe even crazy. But you're not. You're not broken. You're becoming. Because the truth is, when the body starts speaking in strange ways, the soul is preparing for something sacred. You weren't just tired. You were working spiritually in realms the mind can't comprehend. You weren't just warm. You were burning through what no longer belongs in your next chapter. These aches, these trembles, this inner fire, they're not symptoms. They're signs. They're divine confirmations that your awakening is in its final stage. The truth. Most people will never understand what your body is doing because most people were never built to carry what you carry. But you were. And now, your body, the vessel, the temple, is speaking in the only language it has left. Tingling. Achis? Heat that rises from nowhere. Waking at 3:33 a.m. with no reason but every purpose. You're not malfunctioning, you're activating. So I'll ask you one question. What if everything strange your body's been feeling is actually your soul getting louder? Because if this is happening to you, you're not alone, and you're not imagining it. You're awakening. Type 444 if you feel it. Type 777 if you know this is your sign. Because now we begin. Part 1. The pain was never physical, it was prophetic. You wake up aching, but you didn't run, you didn't lift, you didn't strain. And yet, your body feels like it's been fighting a war you don't remember. Your neck tight, your back stiff, your legs sore like they carried someone else's weight. And they did, because chosen ones don't just carry their own burdens. They carry energy, the energy of broken rooms, of grieving souls, of unspoken emotions passed down from generations. You never asked for it, but your body, your sacred vessel, absorbed it anyway. That ache in your shoulders, that's not tension. That's your soul saying, we've held too much for too long. You've always been the one who felt too much. Walked into a room and sensed sadness before anyone said a word. Heard someone's silence louder than their scream. You didn't just feel emotions, you stored them. And when they had no place to go, they hid in your muscles, in your joints, in your back, in your womb, in your jaw. Your body became the diary your soul never dared to speak aloud. The soreness in your lower back, that's not from poor posture. That's ancestral pain trying to exit through your spine. They told you it was stress, that you needed a chiropractor, that maybe you just slept wrong. But how do you explain to someone that your body has been transmuting pain, not just from your life, but from everyone you've ever tried to comfort? You see, chosen ones often awaken in silence, and the body is the first to feel the frequency shift. You didn't pull a muscle, you pulled your past out of hiding. You didn't choose this gift, but your nervous system was wired for empathy, for energy, for evolution. And now, your aches are not complaints, they are confirmations. Your soreness is not a flaw, it is prophecy. What if every ache is your body echoing what your soul already knows? That you've outgrown the version of you who used to carry what never belonged to you. So I'll ask you, next time your shoulders hurt, will you call it pain? Or will you recognize it as the price of spiritual translation? Because your body isn't weak, it's holy. It's been speaking for the spirit that lives inside you. And it's time you listened. What part of your body has been crying the loudest? And what truth is it asking you to finally release? Type 777 if you feel like your aches have always carried a hidden message. Part 2. When heat finds you, it's not a fever. It's a flame. You're not sick. You're not stressed. And the room is cool. So why does it feel like a fire has been lit under your ribs? Why do your palms burn during prayer? Why do your feet heat up when you sit with someone in pain? Why does your chest rise like an inner furnace when the truth gets too close? Because this isn't temperature, it's transformation. You didn't catch a fever. You caught a frequency for the chosen. Heat isn't just heat. It's movement. It's recalibration. It's heaven touching earth inside your body. And when your spirit starts to rise, your body doesn't ask for permission. It starts burning through the old trauma, old timelines, old limits. And that burning, that's your becoming. You didn't ask for this. You didn't seek out this fire, but it found you not to harm, but to awaken. Because fire doesn't just destroy, it purifies. Your chest is hot, not because you're stressed, but because your calling is getting louder. You've walked into rooms that seemed fine, until suddenly your body got hot, and something inside whispered, "You don't belong here anymore." It's not anxiety, it's discernment. Your body knows before your mind does, and it will set itself on fire. To get your attention, chosen ones don't burn because they're broken. They burn because they've been ignited. The world says you're hormonal, you're overthinking. You need to cool off. But what if this fire is sacred? What if it's not about heat, but holiness? What if this is how God marks his own? You're not overheating, you're overflowing. Because here's what most won't tell you. Spiritual fire starts silently. It doesn't roar. It rises from your chest, your belly, your bones. And when it comes to refine you, to burn through what was never yours to carry, to cauterize old wounds, to signal this version of you is no longer enough. So next time the fire shows up, don't run, don't panic, don't dismiss it. Sit in it, ask it, what am I being prepared for? Because if the fire has come, it means your next chapter is already near. Where does the fire show up most in your body, and what truth always seems to rise with it? If this fire has found you before, type 770 Sven. If your body has burned with something bigger than pain, type 4 or if you know, it was never fever. It was flame. Part 3, buzzing, tingling, shaking. The spirit is signaling. You're still,
peaceful,
maybe even in prayer, or just trying to rest. And then a tingle in your palm, a shiver through your spine, a buzz beneath your scalp. No pain, just presence. Something has arrived. You're not anxious. You're not caffeinated. You're not moving. But your body is. Your hands are pulsing. Your foot twitches. Your head hums like a quiet song only angels can hear. And you've asked yourself, is something wrong with me? Is this normal? No. Beloved, it's not normal. It's divine. You're not malfunctioning. You're receiving what you're feeling is frequency. Your nervous system isn't confused. It's awake. And it's responding to something your conscious mind hasn't cut yet. Because chosen ones feel the shift before they see the sign. You may think it's your leg falling asleep, or your fingers randomly tingling. But look closer. Did it happen after a deep thought? Right before a difficult decision? During a conversation that touched your core? That wasn't coincidence. That was communication. What your words can't express. Your nerves release as sacred static. This is how spirit downloads arrive. Not through thunder, not through noise, but through vibration. That buzzing in your hands, you're being called to heal. That tingling in your feet, you're being rerouted, redirected. That hum beneath your scalp, heaven is whispering. And your body is the antenna. Before truth reaches your lips, it echoes through your nerves. The palms, the feet, the spine. Thicker. These are portals, spiritual gateways, not just biology but prophecy. When they buzz, burn, or tingle, it's your soul's electricity surging through skin and bone. Your system isn't glitching, it's aligning. The tingling is the spirit's knock. The shaking is its entry. Still don't believe it? Look back at the moments it happened. The chills you got during that worship song, the tingling after a dream you didn't understand, the shiver when someone spoke a word you weren't ready for but needed. That's not superstition, that's spirit. So now I ask you, next time the buzz comes, don't shake it off. Don't dismiss it. Pause. Breathe. Ask, what am I receiving right now? Because you're not crazy. You're connected. And your body is picking up what heaven has already sent. Where does the vibration visit you? And what truth usually follows? If your body's ever whispered through buzzes, tingles, or shivers, type sign and say, I've felt it too. Type 400, full 4. If your body has ever caught a divine message before your mind was ready, because the signal isn't coming. It's already arrived. Part 4. Your chest isn't broken, it's bracing for impact. You're sitting alone. No stress, no arguments. Just a quiet moment when suddenly your chest tightens. Like your body knows something is about to shift before your mind does. You're not having a panic attack. You're not heartbroken, at least not recently. You're just sitting, breathing, being, and then it hits, not pain, but pressure. A subtle squeeze right beneath your ribs. It's not fear, it's not grief. It's something deeper, like your soul is bracing for what's next. Your heart isn't broken, it's bracing because it knows what's coming, even when your mind denies it. This tightness in your chest, it's a sacred alert, a sign that your spirit is processing something your voice hasn't had the courage to speak, because chosen ones feel the truth before it's ready to be told. You carry emotions that don't belong to you. You walk into rooms and feel the tension before it's ever named. You sit with someone smiling, and your chest aches because you can sense the lie beneath the lightness. That ache, that pressure, that's your gift, and your curse, and your confirmation. Your chest isn't reacting to danger. It's resisting the disconnection from truth. Because here's what most won't tell you. When your life is out of alignment, your chest will not be silent. When your truth is swallowed, your heart will tighten like a fist. When you stay in places that are no longer sacred, your breath will shorten. This is the body's final line of defense. It doesn't yell, it squeezes. This isn't anxiety. This is your soul saying, I'm not safe here anymore. Hey, and you felt it, haven't you? In conversations where your voice felt silenced. In relationships where love came with conditions. In jobs that praised your talent but poisoned your peace. That pressure in your chest, it's heaven tapping the brakes. It's God saying, you've stayed too long in a place you were only meant to pass through. If your chest tightens around someone's presence, they're not aligned with your next chapter. And then there's the silence. Those quiet moments where no one else is around, but your heart still feels heavy. It's not sadness, it's spiritual sensitivity. You've opened your heart wide enough to feel the frequencies of the world. And sometimes that weight lands on you. Chosen ones don't just listen with their ears. They listen with their lungs, their ribs, their heartbeat. Your chest knows when something's wrong, even when your smile pretends it's right. When was the last time your heart squeezed in the presence of a lie? When was the last time your breath shortened as you tried to stay in a place your spirit was begging you to leave? Because if your chest is reacting, it's not a flaw, it's divine feedback. What is your heart bracing for? And are you finally ready to hear what it's trying to say? Type 777. If your chest has ever spoken the truth, your voice wasn't ready to release. Type 4444 if silence has ever felt heavier than noise. Because your body doesn't lie, especially not your heart. Part 5. The twitch before the transformation. A quiet room. You're still at peace. Maybe mid-prayer, and then your shoulder jerks, your leg kicks, your spine shivers. No warning, no reason, just movement. You're calm. You're grounded. You're not thinking about anything heavy. And then it happens. Tremble. A sudden shiver that rises from your spine and leaves just as fast. You look around, confused, maybe even a little afraid. But beloved, this isn't nerves. This isn't random. This is activation. Before the chosen are elevated, they shake. It's a spiritual law, a silent rhythm. Before God moves you into your next chapter, your body gets the first glimpse. That twitch in your shoulder, that breath you didn't mean to take, that's the soul bracing for launch. You're not being interrupted. You're being instructed. Think back. That random jerk right before you made a decision. That shiver down your spine during worship. That breathless moment after you said yes to something scary. Those weren't coincidences. Those were confirmations. You didn't flinch. You were summoned. Because for the chosen, transformation is never quiet. It shows up in the body. It hums beneath the skin. It jolts you out of normal and into new. God doesn't always whisper through words. Sometimes he pulses through your nerves. The twitch isn't a warning. It's a welcome. And yes, it may scare you. The body twitching like it's hearing something you can't yet translate. But let me tell you, you're not broken. You're being fine-tuned. Before miracles come, the atmosphere changes. Before divine promotion comes divine interruption. The twitch is the final adjustment, the signal that your energy has upgraded and your mind hasn't caught up yet. The shaking is the last thing that happens. Before stillness becomes surrender. You've been doing the work, praying, releasing, healing. But now, Spirit says, it's time. And your body, blessed vessel, temple of light feels it first. So when the twitch comes, don't fear it. Don't numb it. Don't run from it. Honor it. Breathe through it. Welcome here. It's not dysfunction. It's divine transition. When did your body move before you did, and what changed after? Type 7, son of 7, if you've ever felt a divine jolt. Not as fear, but forecast. Because the trembling, it isn't weakness. It's your soul's way of saying, I'm next. Black screen fades to soft golden light. A single candle flickers. A heartbeat echoes faintly in the background. The voice is a whisper now sacred. Slow, still. If your body has been aching, if your hands have trembled, if your chest has tightened, burned, or buzzed, it wasn't random. It was a revelation. You weren't falling apart. You were falling into alignment. Your muscles have carried stories you didn't write. Your spine has shaken beneath spiritual weight. Your breath has shortened, not from fear, but from frequency. You are not malfunctioning. You are being fine-tuned for a dimension few will ever enter. You've been waiting for someone to explain what your body already knew. This is your confirmation. You weren't imagining it. You weren't alone. You were chosen. You have passed through the fire. Not everyone will understand. They weren't meant to, because this journey is sacred. It's not for the many. It's for the called. And now, beloved, you've heard the call. You've felt the signs. You've seen the numbers. You've watched your body shift into alignment with something bigger. You're not just in a spiritual awakening. You are in the final stage of divine activation. And this is where everything changes. Close your eyes. Place a hand over your chest. Feel that heartbeat. That's not just your pulse. That's prophecy. That's preparation. And the body that once betrayed you is now becoming the vessel that will carry your calling. You are ready now. Not because you have the answers, but because you finally recognize the signals. If your body has been whispering to you, if even one part of this spoke to something deep, ancient, and unspoken inside you, type 777 in the comments to confirm it. Type 444 if your body has been trying to speak for your soul. And share this with someone whose pain isn't physical, it's prophetic. Subscribe, not just to a channel, but to your calling. This isn't content. This is confirmation. You are seen. You are shifting. You are chosen.